Hi guys, welcome to my channel MateABC English, and today we're going to see inequalities with absolute value. So let's get started. Remembering the definition of the absolute value, we have that the absolute value of A equals A if A is greater or equal to 0, or minus A if A is less than 0. So we have here two cases. So for example, if we have, for example, that the absolute value of X is greater or equal to a certain number B, what are the possibilities to X? So we have from here, from the definition of the absolute value, two cases. For example, when the absolute value of X equals X, if is greater or equal to 0, we have that X is greater or equal to B. So the second case is when the absolute value of X is equal to minus X. So we have that minus X is greater or equal to B. So by the properties of inequalities, if we have to pass the minus 1 to the other side, we need to change the inequality. So if this is to this direction, it have to be this direction. So we have two different scenarios. So this happens if and only if X is greater or equal to B, or X is minus or equal to minus B. So for example, if the question of an exam is find the values of X such that we need to change this, X is greater or equal to 5, or X is less than or equal to minus 5. So the set that satisfies this equation or inequality are those who are minus 5 and 5. So X is less than minus 5. So this is the set that satisfies this. And also with this OR is a union. So it can either have these solutions or these. So X is greater or equal to 5. So is all these numbers to infinity and minus infinity. So these are the possibilities that can be X. Now, when we have that the absolute value of X is less or equal to B, and these conditions, it can happen. These conditions cannot happen. So this example is equivalent to minus or less or equal to 5. So again, we have two conditions. The absolute value of X equals X if X is greater or equal to 0, is less or equal to B, and from here we have that the minus X is less or equal to B. So by passing minus to the other side, we need to change the signs of those from these numbers, and also change the direction of the inequality. So by adding these two conditions together, we have that minus B is less or equal to X, but also X is less or equal to B. So from this proposition we have this this proposition or this set of numbers that satisfies this condition. So from here we have that the absolute value of x is less or equal to 5. So we have that the solution is that minus 5 is less or equal to x that is less or equal to 5. So what are the possibilities from to x that satisfies this equation? We have that minus 5 and 5, and the possibilities of x are these situations, because x is greater than minus 5, so is all these solutions, but also have that 5 is greater than x, so all these possibilities, so it's an intersection. So that's why this is the possibilities for x. So guys, remembering or summarizing all that we have watched or learned is that this is the definition of the absolute value, and if it is an inequality that the absolute value of x is less or equal to b, if and only if minus b is less or equal to x or less or equal to b. And this is the other scenario, that the absolute value of x is greater or equal to b. So if and only if x is greater than b or x is less than minus b. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, MateABC English. Bye!